Hi there, my name is Laura and I'm here to talk a little bit about math and pain. Now don't go anywhere, this isn't boring and there's no trick questions, it's very simple. So what I'm talking really about is the time that it takes for self-care and the time that it takes to be in pain. But first I'm going to talk about a math equation. So you have your problem, and then on the other side of the equal sign, you have a solution to that problem. And when you do something simple like 2 plus 2 equals 4, you can move on. You've solved it. Nothing else needs to be done. But in life, when you have a problem, I find a lot of us, sometimes we just get stuck on the problem and go over and over the problem in our head, and we don't necessarily move on to solution. The other side of a problem is a solution. So when you recognize that and you move on to a solution, you're still not done. Life asks more out of us. So what we have is action. So I challenge you, when you see small and big problems in your life, to picture an equal sign, say, wait, there's another part to this. That is my solution. And wait a minute, there's another part to this. That is my action. So how does this relate to pain? Why am I talking about math problems and pain? So I had to do a math problem in my life. I thought I didn't have enough time to do my stretches and my exercises and my self-care, the extra time to put in to do an anti-inflammatory diet, to schedule in my appointments for some specialists, for trigger point injection therapy, see physiotherapists, go for massages. It takes time. Yeah, it does. We're busy. And let's face it, sometimes we think we don't have the time, but I had to look at one migraine writing me off for 12 hours, and if I divided that over a week, it's under 2 hours a day that I'm losing, suffering. And if there was 2 days in a row in a week with a migraine, well, that's a lot more than 2 hours a day that I'm losing in productivity. And then if I had 4 days of a headache and it's just feeling awful, well, I'm less productive. I might be doing things, and overall, my days aren't as great, right? Even if I'm getting things done. So I had to see that 1 to 2 hours a day to make sure I'm taking the right steps to eat properly, to stretch, to strengthen, to start lifting light weights, to make my appointments, to see people that can help me manage. And I decreased my pain by 80% and some days 100% by doing this. So that means my productivity went up. And this is a great outcome to my math problem, and it had a great solution, but I have to action it. I have to take the steps to do the self-care. And if you take some moment to reflect on how much time you're spending suffering, and maybe just starting by 20 minutes a day, doing one step and building on it. It doesn't happen overnight. Your results, it's going to take some time, but when you start seeing results, you realize that this extra time in the day, it's worth it. And I realized I couldn't afford not to take the time. I couldn't afford to do it because of the loss of productivity, and it really sucks to spend the time suffering, and we all know that. You know what it's like. So just think about it being a little bit different for you by doing this math equation. Figure out how much time you can start sacrificing to feel better. You're not sacrificing the time to feel worse. Think about that one. So I challenge you to turn into a math equation. Choose a solution, try it out. If that solution doesn't work, try out something else. There's so much online, there's so much information out there. You can look at some of my other videos, try to find some podcasts, some ideas, and you're going to see that the time put in, you're going to have a reward of more productivity. So it's worth it, and you won't be able to afford not to do it when you see the results. So I'm here to just come up with these little tips and give you this information so that you can keep on trying. Okay, have a great day. Thanks.